Hi there, welcome back to City Skylines Beginner's Tutorial. This is episode 53, and before we even get started, I wanted to let you know that we previously, in a previous episode, had 200 plus dead bodies. We now have 33, so that's gone way down. And in a previous episode, I showed you how to go find the ambient sounds. What I didn't do was show you how to use the ambient sounds. So if you go up to the sprocket in the top left corner, the top right corner, and then you go to options, this is while you're in the game. You can then go down to, say you're here, or say you're up here. I just wanted to get you out of what you were in. Under mods settings over in this end, you should find, since you've subscribed to it now, Ambient Sounds Tuner right here. Click on that and you will see a lot of different sound settings. There's one for ambience for buildings, props, roads on the bulldozer. Ambient sounds. Day and night for agriculture, city, forest, industrial, plaza, sea, as in ocean, stream, suburban areas, and the world. There is a slider bar, which you probably can't tell because this is in blacks and grays, but right along here in this column is a slider bar for each one of those, and a little slider arrow that you can move back and forth to decide whether you want your ambient sounds to be loud or maybe not heard at all. Same thing with the animals, cows, pigs, seagulls. Now, nobody wants seagulls, so that can go way down. I leave my cows and pigs up, though. Buildings. This is electricity and water for the sounds of electricity and water for the wind turbines, the coal power plants, the fusion power plants, the hydro power plants, the incineration plants, nuclear power plants, oil, all the power plants, solar power, water drain pipes, water pumping stations, wind turbines, water treatment plants. In the services, there are sounds that come with the cemetery, the crematory, the elementary school, the fire station, the high school, the hospital, and the police station. All of those can be slid any way you want them. I don't know if I can get this to move, but anyway, it goes on and on. If you go into vehicles, same thing. You can take down or up the sounds of the engines on any of the vehicles: aircrafts, large cars, metros, small cars, scooters, trains, ambulances, fire trucks. If I can get this to move, which I can't always do, I can't do it. It'll take me forever, so I won't bother, but there's more down there. Miscellaneous, the bulldozer sounds, buildings, props, roads, the placements, buildings, props, roads, user interface. All of that is controlled by Ambient Sounds Tuner if you want to control it above and beyond what you normally get when you're just in gameplay. And I think it's, or rather in audio, and this is the regular stuff that you get. You get ambient volume for everything. It's all the same. User interface, effects volume for all effects, music volume for all music, main volume for everything below that. So you don't get as much. So if you want to do the ambient sounds more finely tuned, that's what you use that for. Okay, and then you just click it off. The other thing that I wanted to discuss was, well, actually I didn't want to discuss it, I wanted to show it to you, and we can do it down here where we were working on our little area. I don't know if, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back, I'm sorry. Okay, so say I wanted to change the look of this little street down here. I didn't like the trees on the left. I didn't like the lamps on the right, or the street lights on the right, and I wanted different trees on the inside where the buildings are. Okay, so let's go to roads. It's all in there. You pick the road that you already have if you want to keep that road size. So this road size is not this. 2 lane, is it? It's more like 3 lanes on each side, so you got to go find it. And in that one, it's not this one, which has no trees. It's got to be this one, which has trees on the side, right? Now we're in the same road that we were in before, and we can pick what kind of street light we want. Well, we all know what I want from the last time. I want the triple post. You can also pick your left tree on the left side of the road, which can be any of the trees that you have in here. And I'm going to see if I can find, I wonder if it'll let me go down further. Oops. Cherry tree, large bush, small bush. Okay. I'm trying to get down further than this. And it doesn't look like it's going to let me go down any further. So it's not giving me all of the trees that I have. So I have to pick just from these, unfortunately. Oh, wait a minute. Alder? No, that's not it. I was looking for the acacia tree, but I'm not seeing it. So let's just say that I want no trees, none, on the left side of the road. And on the right side, I want, oh, well, cherry trees, because they match the cherry trees that are on the road already. Now, I don't know whether they're going to come out on this side as a left side or this side as a left side. So we'll see how that turns out. And then we update them. Which it's not letting me do, and I'm not sure why. Well, you're supposed to be able to update it. Okay, I guess you actually have to go in and take it out. So we'll go in, we'll dose this one out, and then we'll put it back in as this one with the triple lamps, no trees on the left, and cherry trees on the right. And if they come out against the park, I'll have to change it. Nope, they didn't. They came out correctly. But with the wrong cherry trees. Well, they look all right. I don't think I was given a choice of the other cherry tree. No, I wasn't. So that's what we'll go with, is the little ones. And you can do that along the whole thing here. And you'll notice that we now, instead of the big lamps, if I get down in here now, I had forgotten you have to dose them out and then put them back in. If you have those roads, you can put the same size, dose it out, put it back in, and not lose your buildings. If you use a different size road, then you dose it out, you put it back in, and your buildings disappear. Just a heads up for those of you who might be wanting to try this. Okay, tabbing down in, I wanted you to see the difference now between this road that we've created with the pretty little, we have the pretty lamps now on it, and nice little tiny trees on this side, and no trees on this side because there are already trees in the park, right? The difference between that and this, which is what we had before, big, huge, ugly lamps, trees that didn't match the park going down both sides. Now, which would you want? I like mine better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on hold so that you don't have to watch me do it. I'll just do it one more time right here. I've already set my road correctly, so I will take, with the bulldozer, I will take this part of the road out. I just do little pieces because otherwise you get things lost. And then going into the roads, checking to make sure I have the right size road. I have the triple lamp posts, which is off the down arrow here. This is all at ground level. The left tree none. That might be the right tree I need on this, and we'll see if it comes out right. And the right tree, cherry tree. We'll see if that comes out correctly or not. I have a feeling I'm going to have to change the right and left portion out. Yeah, I am. So, cherry tree, and none. There. Okay, that should work right for all of them now. And again, you can't upgrade it when you're doing this. You have to just doze it out after you've got your settings the way you want them. Doze it out and put it back in. There. Okay, and like I said, like I showed you, you can wind up with the trees that you're putting in on the wrong side. Just flip it around the other way. Okay, I'm going to finish all the rest of this little piece here off. That's where the park is, and I'll be right back. There we go. Okay, got all that finished. And now throughout our entire little inner area, commercial area, we have little cherry trees against the buildings and large cherry trees on the park area. And I think that's kind of pretty. And then there are cherry trees on both sides leading in because there weren't enough cherry trees in this area. Okay, so that was just something I thought it would be fun to show you how to do. I think you have to have the after dark and the triple lamp post both to do those things, but I think I showed you how to get both of them before. After dark is something you buy. It costs like 24 bucks. It's not a big deal. You might have to save for it for a while if if you're don't have an income. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to decide what I'm going to show you next. Okay, I'm back and I have checked my to-do list and I have nothing on it but to let the city grow and look at what the city tells me. Well, the city is saying we need more industrial. It's very high demand for that. No demand for commercial, which is why there's nothing growing in here. Remember, we put little a place where buildings can grow all around the outside of these parks. They won't come in until the commercial need comes back on. There is also no demand for residential zoning. This is all down here underneath the zoning. If this little icon that you click, well, underneath it are the 3 bars with the zoning demands. And right now it's saying it wants industrial, so we'll go ahead and put in more industrial. We'll give it a little bit more of everything. We'll give it a little bit more farming. Farming, I need the yellow stuff here. I'm just going to go down in here and finish this out. There we go. And I think it might be a good idea to put a road in here. And since I'm going to switch all of these probably to what did I do here? Space already occupied by... I have a feeling I'm going to find out if I go up here into the electric. No, there's no electric in there. So what does it think that is occupying the space? The lamps? Okay, so we'll run it a little cockeyed and maybe still get it in. Let's try this. In between lamps. Yeah, see, the lamps are right there. Why they're right there, I don't know. But they are, so we'll just... Yeah, that was what it was. Okay, so... and I need to make certain there's water. And there's electricity to all these areas. that we're filling in, and there aren't. So I want to go down here, remember, and grab this underground power lines and just put a few in. Not a lot, just a few. That's a freeway there, so I can cram up against that without any problems. And I don't have to have a lot of them in here because they'll grab onto whatever else is there. Like, I think if I put one here, yeah, that'll connect those two together. And I think if I put one right here, see, you just need a little bit here and there, hither and thither, and that should allow everything that wants to be built in this area to be built in this area. There. Okay, electricity is there, water is there, and it's already growing. And our industry is way down already, just from that little bit that went in there. So, what do we need most? Do we need industrial or do we need forestry? I'm going to say industrial. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm going to say. And we already have these roads, so let's use them. Let's just put some industry in here. Well, maybe not that far down. I want to be able to put garbage there if necessary. And make certain that there's, well, electricity will come off these other buildings, but I will still want to put some little electric stop gaps in here. There we go. Just because you want to make certain there. Oh dear, well that one was too far out, but we'll rectify it maybe by putting one here. No? Okay, gotta fix it. Alright, so the area that I want to put the extra in is right along here. So I'm just putting in some of those little underground power units along here that'll make it easier for businesses to get in here. And then I'm going to go to the industrial area, to the zoning, and grab the zoning tool and put in industrial zoning all along here where I've just set it up to take to take industrial. I can't talk today. Folks, I'm really sorry. This is not a good day for me. What can I say? Okay, now that should take care of any extra industrial that needs to grow. And our industrial demand is now low. So let's throw a little bit more in here, just because we can. I don't actually want to get the industry that close to the housing, because, well, forestry though can come right up to it, because forestry doesn't pollute. If you look in the pollution band over here on the left, there's one underneath the little sock flag for the wind, and above the fire hat for the fire safety, there's just what looks like a, well, I don't know what that is, but it's a little purple thing, and it's for pollution. If you click that, you can see where the pollution is gathering. It's brown, and it's way over here where the garbage is, and it'll be up here where the industry is. There's no pollution in farming or forestry, only in septic, dump stations, and garbage care, which is all over in here, and regular industry, which is why we have it enclosed by this little hillside, which I'm desperately hoping will hold it in, but it doesn't look like it's doing a very good job. because it's right up here and it's still pushing into that hillside. So maybe the hillsides don't make a difference. Okay, now I need to put water down into the area. Get rid of that. Oh, it helps if you click on the water pipe section. Well, we'll go up here and then we'll just bring a little piece out on this one, because that one's going to be a hard one to work with. Okay, so now the water is covering not everything. We have to go over here too. Okay, water covers everything there. Water covers everything here. Water and electric covers everything here, and already they're asking for workers. We had no demand, remember, for workers for residential. But now that we've put in the industrial, and we have low demand for industrial, we now have down here a demand for commercial. So if we go back over to our commercial area where we put the park, we'll wind up seeing a lot of buildings going in. And it wants some more residential. So we're only at 21 minutes. We can do this. We'll go take a look first at what is going on over here. We have a little bit more, not a lot, because there's also a lot of you know, things going on in the forestry and industrial and farming area, but the commercial is starting to fill in. We didn't have all of these buildings before. I'm not sure what happened here. Oh, yes, I am. When I put in the new that's why we have a demand for commercial. When I put in these new roads with the flowers, I took them out and put them back in. Apparently, even if you are using the same size road, you're still going to wind up with a need for more commercial. So what we had in here before that was completely built up, remember, now has to be built up again. But it'll build up. Here it goes. We got one going in there already. Yeah. We also have people walking through the park. Check out this guy down here. Maybe I should get over here where I can. Him and his dog, right here. I go forward just a little bit. See if I can tab in and be near him. Yeah, this guy is in one of the parks that we just created. He and his puppy. How cool is that? Already, we just made this park. I mean, we just put it in. And already there's somebody, isn't it? He looks like a businessman. I don't know why he has his dog with him, but I'll bet you he's probably, maybe he just got off work and his dog came to walk him home. Who knows? I don't try to figure it out. And we have more buildings going in. Okay. Popping out. Just wanted to get you down in here and let you see that these are being used already. Okay, so we have a need for residential now. And no demand for commercial. That was all the commercial buildings that are going to go in for a while. But we can put in more residential. And since we only have 23 minutes, we should probably put it in here now. Okay, these are... I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay. If I put in roads right here. Okay, wait a minute. Now those roads, those houses are going to need to be facing a park area. So we need to put a park area all through here. And that means that we need another park area right about here. would be facing it on the inside. We'll just make a nice big square here, if I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I've got the wrong street lamps on it. And if I put this in here now, triple lamp posts, can I change that now? Nope, I can't. Okay, because I did it this way and measured it out already, I'm going to go ahead and at least I haven't. There we go. At least I didn't put buildings on it yet. This is a new thing for me to use too, folks. So, okay, with the triple lamp post on the ground here, I can then go across, and over here I can go across, and then I can take these roads out here that don't have the triple lamp posts on them, and with the triple lamp posts put the road back in. There we go. And then with triple lamp posts, cut out to this one if it'll let me. Ooh, it doesn't want to let me. So we'll go out this far and then go like so. And if it will let me, there. And same thing here. I suppose it won't let me tag in. Oh, that one I could tag in. I wonder why I couldn't tag in on the other one. You have to wonder sometimes why it won't let you do what you want to do. Maybe because I came. Nope, I'm not able to do it with this one either. So once again, get as close as I can and make a little Y. Not to be beaten by the game. There we go. Okay, now I have bike lanes and my pretty little lampposts. I'm going to put houses in here, and this center section, when we have time, we will put a park in. But right now we need residential, so we're going to go ahead and put in houses, just houses, not apartment complexes. Although that would be a big park in the center. Yeah. Okay, we'll put houses along this end and in here and here. But right here around the part that is really surrounding the area where we're going to put the new park, and it's going to be humongous. Not in this episode, but in the next one, I think. There we go. Because we have small houses here, we put small houses here. It just looks better when you're down there in the street looking at it. So down in here, we're filling all this area in very carefully. We don't want that filled in with it. There we go. And then we go to apartment complexes and put in apartments. Not there, that's the park area. That's the park area. Just around the outside. And trust me, just this little tiny bit of apartments right here is equal to all of the small houses we have throughout the entire game. So we're going to have to do what? We're going to have to go up here, and we're going to have to put in this area where we have garbage pickup for the residential. We're going to have to go in and put in another. I hate these things. I can't get them off. Okay, we're going to have to put in another incinerator or two. Good idea to have two in there. Because as those people start growing and moving in there, they're going to need garbage pickup. And we also need to make sure there is water coverage it's nicely covered and that there is electricity. Now that might be a problem. We don't have electricity going in there, do we? Okay, so we need to run electricity. If I can get it in here. Okay, right there. It looks like that's the middle. And right along here. It would be nice if the game showed you where the tiles were, but it doesn't. So you just kind of have to eyeball it based upon where the houses are and hope that you're getting it about in the middle between the roads. There. Worst case scenario, you'll just wind up with smaller houses in the spot where this got dumped. Yeah. Okay. And then out here just in one spot so that when the park goes in, which we wouldn't need all of those if I got the park in first, and we can take them out later, but right now we do want them in there, about in the middle, just so that everything is connected and people are more inclined to move in where there's electricity. Okay, so now we have no demand for residential, because we've put residential in there and there are enough people that have moved in that they're going to take all the jobs. And that's what causes the demand. No demand for commercial and a low demand for industry or offices. And that should be filling in anytime soon. So we'll leave that alone and not put any more in. And I think we have everything covered. Oh, except water and sewer are going to need more because of all the apartments and complexes and extra industry. Now you can wait until it demands it and maybe have people getting sick, or you can go down and dump it in ahead of time. I prefer to dump it in ahead of time when I'm in a game where I can afford to do that. If I would not do this, trust me, I would not do this if we're putting in the water treatment plants right now, and I would not put them in until there was a demand for them, but I would watch very, very closely. If I was in hard mode, since I'm in easy mode, I don't care what I spend. I can be reckless. I'm going to go ahead and put them in, water and sewer, now. Just 2 more, and I may still need more water and sewer. That may not be enough. You just don't know. Get down here where I can see what I'm doing and get the pipes in. They run from there to there and then from there to there. Okay. And they will eventually take care of themselves. Okay, we're at 33 minutes and we have new residential, new farming, new industry, new forestry, new industry, new farming, and new commercial. And we got all that done in the last 3 episodes. So we did pretty good. And I'll meet you back in episode 54. Bye.